Welcome to yet again another edition of the PoliTalker. And I'm always, I'm always here with CDO where we discuss elections and politics as we head into the 2027 general elections. And we know elections are not won on social media, that's a fact. But we must admit that activities, tempers are fled on social media. There's a lot of controversy and breaking news and many things going on social media. But and one special one that we cannot rule out is comments and social media bullying. I'd like us to talk about it based on what we've been seeing so far. I hear Rotimi Amechi saying that he has told his camp not to respond to anybody on social media, no matter the amount of bullying or calling out that he gets. And we've seen that the camp of Atiku are complaining that they are getting bullied on social media. Even on this podcast, based on our comments and our different opinions, we've seen a level of bullying where people say all manner of things. I'd like to hear your thoughts about this and what you think should be done.
Okay, so one good thing is that we're moving away from the candidates today to talk about some other things. And yes, you're very right. There's so much bullying on social media, so much bullying, especially from the obedience. And it will be good for us to address it and for us to look at it. First of all, what I always tell people is that whatever happens on social media, whatever anybody is saying about this election, forthcoming election, whatever anybody is saying about any candidate is just an opinion. Even we here in the studio, whatever I say on PoliTalker is my opinion.
And you are entitled to it.
And I'm entitled to my opinion. And also, I'm also entitled to convince as many people that I can convince to believe or buy into what I believe. So it doesn't warrant anybody coming on social media to troll, to attack, or bully anybody. And we're seeing a lot of that. In fact, the social media is now too toxic because of the election, because of the forthcoming election, the politics, and especially from the obedience. What the obedience do now on social media is that once you don't buy into what they are saying, they come after you. They come for you. And I'm saying it now to Nigerians. I'm saying it now to everyone who is planning and thinking of what to do come 2027. If you're on this space, social media space, and you see anyone who's trying to force an opinion on you, you see anyone who goes about attacking people for their own opinion, I don't think you should follow the person. If what you guys want to do is to bully and cajole and use all forms of threat to make us buy into what you're doing, then you are really not what we need.
Yeah, maybe it's not worth it. Yeah,
exactly. So if obedience want to continue attacking people verbally in their comment section and possibly threatening people, then how do you want us to believe in what you believe? What it means is that you are going to bring about a government that will be worse than whatever we have seen. This is democracy. We are looking for, and we are in a democratic government. It is believed that everyone can air their opinion. Social media is where we come to air our opinion. Like you said, the elections will not be won on social media. So whatever we do here, whatever we say here, is just an opinion. And you either agree with what we say or bring up a superior argument. Where you are not able to bring up a superior argument or agree with what we say, then you keep quiet. What we don't like is the attitude on social media. In fact, I'll give you some examples. There was one I saw, a lady saying, Ogu go kill very dark man. Ogu go do this one. You see some people saying, Olori Bruku and things like that. Listen, let me tell you, anybody who comes on social media to come and curse or abuse anybody, it shows you don't have upbringing.
That's already got some behavior.
It shows you don't have proper upbringing. And for crying out loud, if a good number of you guys don't have proper upbringing, why are we going to follow you? We will not listen to you. We will not follow you. So what I'm saying is that anyone on social media, everyone on social media should be decent enough to know that what we're supposed to do here is argue.
Yeah.
We can only argue.
Yes,
we can only express our opinions and let the superior argument win the day. When we go about accusing ourselves, when we go about cursing, then it means that we don't even qualify to be listened to. Any human being on social media that will come to my page or go to any page to go and abuse anybody, curse anybody because of the person's opinion, then you are not worth it. You are not even decent enough to have an argument.
A civil conversation.
You are not civil enough. You're not human. You have degenerated to becoming animalistic. And I don't think you qualify to be exchanging words. I, for one, I don't exchange words with anybody. I don't argue with anybody. Once I say something and you come to my comment section and you're not putting up superior argument, you're not putting up something reasonable, I will not respond to you. And I've also said to my people that don't respond to anybody who comes with the gutter language or anything. Most importantly, for you out there, you who hear us and listen to what we're saying, I want you to know now that the minute you see people cursing or abusing or saying derogatory terms, using derogatory terms to qualify other people that have disagreed with their own opinion, just know that the person's upbringing is questionable. And once you have questionable upbringing, you don't qualify to be in this space with us.
Yeah, thank you very much. I know we didn't set out to talk about candidates today, but I think we might need to. The candidates that support these people that are bullying people on social media, do they have a responsibility to tell their followers that, hey, this is not the kind of politics that we do? Do they have a responsibility? And when they fail to do so, what does that say of them?
So yes, as a candidate, if your followers have been identified as bullies on social media, the onus is on you to come out and tell them that you don't want this. You should disagree with them very well. Bola Ahmed has done that. He has said to his own people that they should not respond to anybody. In fact, he has said himself that he doesn't even come to social media.
He said he's not on social media because they've abused him
a lot. And this is the man who is in power. If the man in power disagrees with abuse on social media, then I don't know why the other candidates should not do the same thing. Like you said, Rotimi Amechi has told these people not to respond to anybody. I expect that Atiku should do the same thing. I expect a P2B to do the same thing, especially for the obedience. I think P2B has done that once. But the problem with the obedience is that they are even stronger than their candidate. In fact, it's as
you mean the obedience are the ones?
The obedience are actually the candidate that people is supporting. They actually have his mandate because they have even threatened that even if he goes against them, that they will not.
Face him. Yeah.
So, but the truth is that they have become a menace on social media, and I think they should calm down. We are all expressing our opinion. The election will be decided at the ballots, and fortunately, nobody will be able to abuse anybody at the ballots.
Do you also think that, I'm sorry to cut you, do you also think that this could be like a payback time? Because post 2020, when it 2015, or when Buhari came into power,
2015.
Before then, a candidate, if I'm wrong, I tender my apology ahead of time, Rotimi Amechi or Nasir El-Rufai, admitted that they bought laptops for people and they told those people, go online. Anybody that says this, fire the person. Anybody that did this, fire the person. I don't know. I can't remember who. But I know if we go online and search right now, we're going to confirm who that person that said that was.
Well, fire the person doesn't mean abuse. Fire the person could be put up superior argument. Fire the person. Fire is a word we use even when you go and make a speech or a presentation. I remember when I was selling paid employment, when you have a fantastic presentation, when you come out, people will say that you're on fire. Or that you fire them. So when somebody says anybody who comes on social media to disagree with us, fire the person, that's not abuse. What we're seeing now should be cautioned. What we're seeing now, if not cautioned, by the next election is going to be terrible. And this is how people gradually get to where they become very violent. What we're seeing now, especially the influencers on social media, especially the ones that have been paid to do the job, because they don't have content, because they don't really have what to say, they don't have in-depth knowledge of what they have come to defend. What they resort to is abuse and bullying. That's what happens. They say violence is the voice of the unheard. It's only when you don't have something to say. If I'm having an argument with you right now and I feel you have superior argument, the next thing I'm going to do is to start abusing you. Maybe get personal, start talking about personal issues. That's not how it's supposed to be. If I come online and I'm talking about exactly, if I come online and I'm talking about my candidate and promoting my candidate, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you should also bring superior arguments to support or to tell me why I should leave my own candidate and follow you. Don't abuse me. Don't go to my comment section and start saying things, threatening things. I've received threats from people. I've received phone calls from people who were once my friend, threatening me. In fact, I've even received phone calls who have threatened me and said, don't come to the Southeast. Because of what you're saying, make sure you don't come to the Southeast. Those things should not be seen, should not be heard on social media. And for your information, for anyone sending me threats or for anyone calling me, I can actually take you up.
Exactly.
I can actually take you up. Exactly. And I have what it takes to take you up. But there's no need for that. For me, it's a distraction. What I'm just saying, I'm speaking to the younger generation.
And then I start saying that you are pressing them when you take them up.
Exactly. Yes, when you do that now, the story will change.
And threat to life is a criminal offense.
But I'm talking to the younger generations, the people who are growing to know that once somebody engages you and the first thing they want to do is to bully, curse, or abuse you, straight short, know now that they don't have good upbringing. Anyone who has a decent upbringing, whose morals are in place, in order, will not abuse. What you're supposed to do is to argue and prove your own point. Where you are not able to do so, then you keep quiet. At the end of the day, on the day of the election, we will all come out and we will vote the candidate of our choice, which nobody can change.
Yes. On social media, let's talk about this guy that we hear that is now with the DSS and he's been taken to court, Justice Crack, that talked about the daily budget for the military. Yes. What's your take on this?
Okay, so his case is unfortunate. I really don't know the Justice Crack. I just started hearing about him when this happened. Then I went to check some of his videos and I saw what he did. And first of all, for everyone to know that the sovereignty and the strength of a nation lies in the military. Everybody should understand that. The minute your military is abused, the minute you give people the impression that you can talk to the military and get away with it,
or they compromise,
then what it means is that you are indirectly telling people that your nation is not a strong one, because our strength is in our military. The strength is in the economy and the military. For every nation, your strength is your economy and your military. And we know that the military will never joke with such a thing. So it was an unfortunate stuff. And that is why we are talking about this social media. Because the truth is that the influencers on social media, some of them don't have information. Some of them are not properly trained. Some of them are coming straight from the village. They really don't understand anything. That's why a Justice Crack will get up and just come out on social media and start saying those things. He said, if you have a problem with the Nigerian military, if soldiers reported to you that they are not being treated well, there are ways to go about it.
Yes.
The military has authority. You should have done your investigation. The first thing you should have done was maybe write to the military a protest or something, a letter of protest or a letter of complaint or something should have been written to the military. You should have gone through the right channels. You could have found a way, because you have a voice. You could have found
the people that even are by the constitution, the people that are empowered to even take further investigation into that is the National Assembly. So if
no, I'm not even talking about the National Assembly. I'm talking
about on this subject. I'm talking about this subject.
No, he's an influencer, and what he said is that some military men told him, complained to him. So he doesn't even have to go to the National Assembly. You could have written the Nigerian Army directly. You could have gone. I'm sure the Nigerian Army has a PR desk or PR position. You should have gone to them to, first of all, make inquiries, find out if this is true, and if it's true, why is it like this? Then you can also advise them or tell them what to do. Coming out on social media publicly to come and dress down the Nigerian Army will not be accepted by anybody, because the army,
especially when they have a social media code.
Yes,
I think they have something against.
So in that case, he actually did something very wrong. But having done that and now in their custody, I don't know who's holding him, if it's DSS or the Nigerian Army, whoever he is. But I also want to make a plea to the Nigerian Army. I want to beg them at this point to please tamper justice with mercy. Well, I'm sure he has made a mistake. I'm sure he has learned his lessons. I'm sure he has been cautioned, because he's also a Nigerian, because you also owe him that duty to protect him as a civilian and a Nigerian, a citizen of this country. We now are begging the Nigerian Army to please release Justice Crack, and this should serve as a lesson and warning to everyone who thinks that they can get up on social media and say anything. A lot of people even come on social media and abuse the president and abuse people in power. Be careful the things you do on social media. It is not everything you do on social media that you get away with. Sometimes when you do it to the wrong person, they will look for you and they will bring you to order, and it may not go well with you. So what I'm going to say at this point is that to the Nigerian Army, we as the citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, we are now pleading on his behalf that he be released, that you guys have mercy on him. And secondly, it will be nice after this for the Nigerian Army to put out a communique letting people know the boundaries. And for all Nigerians, you should know, and we should know, that the military is our strength. And also, just as our economy is, so also is the military. And Nigeria is a sovereign nation, and our military owes us protection, and our military also will protect their own pride with everything, because if you disgrace the military, then you have disgraced the country.
All right, so let's continue doing what is right on social media as we're in the election season. Let's continue to watch our tone, watch our language. Let's support our candidates peacefully. While we are talking about social media, let's also know that there's the real life. And the advice also extends to real life, that there should be no bullying at polling units, at police stations, and elections should be free and fair. If your candidate is good, they are going to win. And they don't win, it does not stop them from still helping the country and doing what is right. And that's it on the PoliTalker for today's episode. Follow us on all social media handles at the PoliTalker. Till we meet again. Thank you.